ADA holders, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk under 5 minutes, and I want to share with you the Cardano news of the day. This one is a huge day if we do look at the overall market. We've had a lot of movers, and I want to share kind of what's coming about for Cardano. All right, so for those of you that do follow me for ADA content, appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe down below if you do not. And also, you can find the handle for my X page in the bottom left of your screen. Make sure you guys all follow me over there as well, okay? Let's get into it. Let's talk about what's happening in the crypto bubbles. Please remember, guys, not financial advice, but a big day for Crow. I will be posting a video for Kronos, what exactly is going on with them a little bit later on, but 1.5% on the day is what Cardano is up. Please remember, guys, not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence, okay? But Cardano and Charles Hoskinson are at it again, okay? And I want you guys to listen to what I have to say and also leave a comment down below, because I want to kind of poll you guys and get the feel for kind of how the ADA holders out there that are watching feel about this, okay? We're going to be talking about the proposal for the new ecosystem treasury for Cardano, Midnight, and the top 50 native tokens, all right? So this has been essentially the news of the day as we look for ADA. And outside of this, the market is responding a little bit to what's happened within the new crypto ETF that we are looking for, the blue chip ETF, if you will, that Trump media did file for. So that'll be discussed in a different video. But as we keep this one about Cardano, I want to get into this proposal. But first, guys, if you are looking for a new exchange to trade crypto, I encourage you to check out my link down below with BTCC. It is because you get 10% bonus on your first time deposit. So if you are a spot or leverage trader, okay, there's no VPN, KYC necessary. Links are down below if you do want to get involved under BTCC. Also, you will enjoy 40% lower trading fees and extra bonuses of up to $10,055 per user. Okay, so check out BTCC if you haven't already. All right, but as we get deeper into it, what is exactly Charles talking about? All right, so this new proposal for the Cardano-focused ecosystem is getting a lot of bit of a, I guess you would call it, feedback from the community. Pushback would probably be a better word, but as he looks for constant ways to kind of put the ADA treasury to work. Now, a lot of people look at this as being very dormant. I don't have the actual numbers on how much Cardano this does entail, but as we look into a suggestion from a July 8th X post, this latest proposition, this is what he's looking at. The new proposal, this is where you look into the Cardano community wanting to add the digital asset treasury with the likes of Cardano, Midnight, and the top 50 Cardano native tokens. Now, that's the composition of what the treasury utility would be. This is something where it does resemble what he initially said. But since then, the one thing where he did talk about buying and holding Bitcoin as a treasury asset kind of got a lot of the Cardano faithful upset with a lot of skeptics alleging that a top 10 project seeking refuge or finding solace is the word that they use with another major rival, okay? Now, me personally, guys, I don't view Cardano and Bitcoin as enemies, all right? For my crypto trading, my holdings, my portfolio, what I'm doing and looking at, I do have Bitcoin in its own category, and I have XRP in its own category, okay? And then there are a wider spread categories within meme coins as well as other altcoins, okay? But in terms of classifications of cryptos, those 4 levels, okay, are kind of how I break it up. And also you could probably throw another level in there for degen plays, small cap plays that I look to just kind of get in, get out, and get up. But that's kind of how I go about my business, all right? But within this, I do want to talk about the proposal setting up that treasury that would include Midnight, the higher ranked native tokens, which would obviously include SNEC, World Mobile Token, Liquid Finance, MinSwap, and the Indigo protocol. Okay, but this is as we look for a lot of the highlighted responses. Okay, so some prominent voices out there in the space, David Gockstein saying when. We look at the next person, okay, saying that he's not a fan of using the treasury to buy meme coins, can probably make a case for the rest though. And then someone else saying, make it a top 25 instead, but yeah, okay. So a lot of different reactions, a lot of different opinions. We have talked about kind of the proposals, moving that Cardano treasury from an unmanaged single asset on chain to multiple off-chain treasuries. Now, this is something where he looks for it would generate yield for the ecosystem and in turn boost reserves, okay? So leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on this? What's your take? I want to know your feelings about this proposal by Hoskinson. If you do think it'll come to fruition, please let me know. But I want to give you kind of my stance, all right, and where I align myself with, okay? I think that, yes, if Cardano is basically just being, or not even Cardano, but if that reserve, the Cardano reserve is just sitting there, okay, it's probably collecting interest. I don't know who that would benefit outside of, you know, somebody that would in turn cash it in. But also, I do think that it is noteworthy that that reserve does hold Cardano, okay? Because especially at these levels, right? We're talking about Cardano as we looked at the charts, and you can kind of see where we're trading at 58 cents. This is kind of the new, in a way, I don't want to say kind of bottom. I hate using that word to kind of compare where we're at from a price perspective, but it's kind of the, I don't want to say enter point as well, because a lot of us have bought Cardano even lower. But I think if we do have a longer term outlook, this is a pretty good general sense of the one of the lower levels that Cardano will be at in the next 5 years, okay? And that being said, I think that it does, instead of just having that money sitting, I think that it is beneficial to be in Cardano if you are looking to build the ecosystem out for years to come, okay? Because if Cardano does well, the Treasury grows, okay? Now, also getting into the meme coins, okay? A lot of people associate meme coins with negativity, but for this conversation, that's the big kind of cog in the wheel for Cardano's ecosystem, right? The DeFi layer that I do think that they want to bring to the table with dApps and smart contracts, and yes, meme coins, but it all kind of plays into the same, you know, formula, okay? If meme coins are going up, Cardano's probably going up. If Cardano's going up, meme coins on Cardano's ecosystem are probably going up as well, okay? So yes, it would give them a lot of added, a boost, if you will. I think it would stimulate the DeFi side of it, kind of similar to what you would see within the Treasury, okay? As we would pump a stimulus package into the economy, it's going to make businesses do well, okay? It's going to make businesses do well. It's going to make the US dollar hopefully do well. And that's kind of the similarities within the Treasury within Cardano as well, with their DeFi layer and the dApps out there on the blockchain, okay? That's kind of my take on it. I don't think that it's good to be pumping all of this extra cash and reserves into projects that maybe aren't established. So I definitely think, you know, SNEC being one of the top cryptos out there, yes, I would agree with that. A couple other ones, a couple other protocols, yes, I do agree with that. But just going into like the 27th meme coin on Cardano's blockchain, just because they're in the top 50, and then all of a sudden we see basically that liquidity just get expunged. That's better off in the reserve, in my opinion, okay? And that's kind of where I stand. So leave a comment down below. I think this could be a good thing. I just think that it needs to be a better plan than I think what what Charles Hoskinson has laid out from what we have read about in his comments as of recent, okay? So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Appreciate you all tuning in. If you haven't done so by now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We do talk Cardano each and every single day. Also, be sure to check out the link down below. If you do want to start trading on BTCC, welcome to use that link and enjoy those sign-up perks and start trading today, okay? So with that being said, guys, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.